Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're going to bring you the second game of the doubleheader between the Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox for our 1960 retro replay using Out of the Park Baseball 18 Ted Williams Swan Song season. Red Sox won game one of this doubleheader in an absolutely marvelous game. If you haven't watched it, it was outstanding. So, as again, the Red Sox battling to get back to 500 and trying to get to fourth place for Teddy Ball games last year. Currently, the Red Sox are 44 wins and 53 losses, 9 games below 500, and Detroit's 39 and 53. Let's quickly go to the Detroit Tiger lineup. Batting first, playing center field, Al Kaline, very good defensive center fielder. Batting second, the third baseman, Eddie Yost, 3 out of 10 defensively. Batting third, the power-hitting left-handed batting first baseman, Norm Cash, average defender. In left field, Charlie Maxwell, above average. He's batting fourth. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Frank Boylan, 6 out of 10 defense. At short, Chico Fernandez, again 6 out of 10 defender. He's batting sixth. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Neil Chrisley, below average defender. Doing the catching, Ozzie Virgil Sr., solid defensive catcher. On the mound, doing the pitching, Don Mossy. His record is 8 wins, 8 losses, with an earned run average of 3.27. For the Boston Red Sox, leading off, he has a 29-game hitting streak. Pete Reynolds, the second baseman, very good defensive second baseman. Then in center field, Billy Williams, average defensive center fielder at this point in time. Then you have Frank Malzone playing third base, solid defender. He's batting third. Vic Wertz, the power-hitting first baseman in the cleanup spot. Ted Williams gets the second game off. Very poor defender, but pretty good with the bat. Batting fifth, Don Demeter. He's in right field. As you can see, a poor right fielder, below average arm. Pumpsy Green batting sixth, switch hitting shortstop. Batting seventh, playing left field, giving Ted Williams a rest. Gene Stevens, solid defender out there. Batting eighth, a very good defensive catcher, not much with the bat though, Ed Sadowski. And batting ninth, the pitcher Earl Wilson, and he has 6 wins, 6 losses, earned run average 4.78. So let's get this ball game on the way here. Fenway Park, retro time, July 31st, 1960. Attendance of 5,118, partly cloudy, 73 degrees, wind blowing out to left at 12 miles per hour, so we can see possibly that ball going over the green monster. Al Kaline steps to the plate. Kaline batting .248, 7 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Right-handed batter. Sadowski sets the target. Here's the pitch by Wilson. As the computer does its pregame. Here's the pitch. Kaline swings, and that ball gets through to right field. And he's going for 2. As Demeter muffs the ball, Kaline, good base running there. He just kept going. So it's a single with a 1 base error. He's in scoring position with no outs. And Eddie Yost, Tiger third baseman, comes to the plate. .267, 7 home runs, 30 RBIs, average contact and power. Excellent eye, though. Sadowski goes through the signs. Wilson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Yost. Kaline in scoring position. Oh, and he walks on the 3-2 count. Fastball misses. So first and second. Not an auspicious start here for Earl Wilson. 2 on. No one out, and it brings up the very dangerous pull hitter, Norm Cash. Red Sox will shift right in the infield. Cash batting .244 with 13 home runs and 48 runs batted in. Wilson has stuff of 4 out of 10, so that's below average. Very good movement, 7 out of 10. And his control, not so good. We won't be able to pitch around too much because those will just be walks. Wilson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Cash. 2 on, no one out. That ball's popped up, calling forward his Malzone, but coming in is Stevens. He calls him off. Who makes the catch? Malzone! What range he showed there. Wow. So at the end, he calls off Stevens. Thought that ball was going to drop in no man's land, but that's the first out of the inning. So there's 1 out. And here comes a cleanup hitter, Charlie Maxwell. .230, 14 home runs, 62 runs batted in. Very good power hitter. Another left-handed power hitter, pull hitter. Red Sox shift right in the infield, straight away and normal in the outfield. Wilson's ready. Here's the pitch to Maxwell. 1 out, 2 on. That ball's grounded to Wirtz. He makes the dive, runs to the bag himself. For out number 2, advancing to second and third are Yost and Kaline. Nice play by Vic Wirtz, robbing Maxwell of a hit and an RBI. So not known for his glove, he flashes the leather there. Wilson 1 out away from pitching out of this jam. He'll have to get by Frank Bowling. Tigers second baseman, .244, 2 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Average contact, below average power, and below average eye. On deck is Fernandez, the shortstop. Sadowski goes through the signs. He sets the target. Here's the pitch by Wilson. That's a grounder back to Wilson. He throws the Wirtz. Inning over. So Earl Wilson pitches around the single, the error, and the walk. No runs are scored for Detroit here in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Red Sox coming up. It'll be Reynolds, Billy Williams, and Frank Malzone. So here's Pete Reynolds. He has a 29-game hitting streak. Reynolds batting .327, 1 home run, 23 runs batted in. Excellent contact hitter, very little power, and very good eye. A lefty-lefty matchup here. Once again, Don Mossy on the mound. 8 wins, 8 losses. 3.27 ERA. His pitches are 4 out of 10, so that's below average. Movement and control, 7 out of 10. That's very good. Reynolds likes to hit early in the count. The windup and the pitch by Mossy. That's a number back to Mossy. He throws to Cash for out number 1. Fooled him with that slider there. He was out in front of it a bit. So Billy Williams steps to the plate. Red Sox center fielder, .275, 8 home runs, 24 runs batted in. He had the game-winning walk-off home run in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Control and power average, eye below average. He too likes to hit early in the count. Ozzie Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch to Williams. That's a swing and a miss on the curveball. Tigers throw the ball around, so there's 2 up, 2 down, and here comes Frank Malzone. Malzone made one heck of a running catch in the shallow left field from his third base position. Malzone currently batting .294, 13 home runs, 77 runs batted in. Remember, he started the All-Star game at third base this year. Lefty-righty matchup. Malzone batting .286 off left-handed pitching and .333 off Mossy. Wants to extend this inning. Virgil goes through the signs. Mossy nods his head. Here's the pitch to Malzone. Malzone rips that shot. It's a Diving line drive catch. Wow, what a catch by Boyling, robbing Malzone of a hit. They said he caught it off the. It didn't hit the ground. Fabulous play. We go to the top of the second, no score. Due up for the Tigers, Fernandez, Chrisley, and Virgil. Chico H. Fernandez at the plate. 246, 3 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Average contact hitter. Very little power, but he was able to hit a 2-run blast in the game 1 to tie it up. And he has an average eye. Right-handed spray hitter. Wilson rocks and fires. Fernandez swings. And Wirtz cannot handle the hard ground ball. That's going to be an E3, an error on Wirtz. So the very speedy Chico Fernandez reaches. He'll be held on by Wirtz. And Neil Chrisley steps to the plate. Tiger right fielder. Batting .274, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Left-handed spray hitter. Red Sox are going to move into double play depth. Want to get 2 for 1. It's Pumpsy, Green, and Reynolds. Pinch the middle a bit. Wilson gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Chrisley. That's a grounder to Wirtz. He makes a diving stop. He flips to Wilson, but not in time. Infield hit for Chrisley. Hello, Iron Gamer. How are you? Hope all is well. So first and second, no outs. Ozzie Virgil Sr. comes to the plate. Trying to put the Tigers out on top early in this ball game. Sadowski sets the target. Here's the pitch by Wilson. Virgil batting .328, 1 home run, 18 runs batted in. That's a pop-up. Vic Wirtz calls for it. He makes the catch for out number 1. And here's the pitcher, Don Mossy, left-handed batter. He's actually batting .237 this year, so that's pretty good for a pitcher. No home runs, 3 RBIs. Hello, Beatles Eternally. Hope all is well. So the Red Sox move into double play depth. Wilson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Mossy. Looking for that double play that ends in. He bunts it. That's a hard bunt right back to Wilson, but his only play is to first. That goes 1-3, so there's 2 outs. He didn't even look to go anywhere else. He just went right to first, got the sure out, so there's 2 outs, and now he'll pitch to the top of the order, and Al Kaline. Kaline's 1 for 1. He singled and advanced to second when Don Demeter muffed the base hit in right field. Sadowski goes through the signs. Wilson nods his head. Sadowski sets the target. Here's the pitch to Kaline. That's a pop-up. Red Sox might be getting out of this jam. Calling for it is Malzone. He makes the catch in foul territory. Inning over. So once again, Earl, the Duke of Wilson, gets out of a jam. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Due up for the Red Sox. Wirtz, Demeter, and Green. Iron Gamer says, did you see the Cubs game? Most bizarre game I've ever seen in a while. No, I did not. Do tell us what happened. So Vic Wirtz steps to the plate. Power hitting first baseman. .303 batting average, 10 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Against left-handed pitching, average contact and power below average eye. He hits .304 though off left-handed pitching and .400 off Mossy. He's a patient hitter. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch by Mossy. Ball 1 inside with that fastball. When Wirtz is ahead in the count, his average jumps to .404. Mossy's average, batting average against .339. Good opportunity here for Vic Wirtz. Looking to grip and rip, drive some ball deep. Ozzie Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch to Wirtz. Wirtz pops it up. Coming in from third base and making the catch is Yost. 1 up, 1 down. Don Demeter steps to the plate, Red Sox right fielder. 244, 11 home runs, 36 runs batted in. 333 off left-handed pitching. The windup and the pitch by Mossy. Demeter to take. Fastball way outside. Don Demeter likes to hit against Detroit pitching. 308 against Detroit, 8 for 26 with a home run and 6 RBIs. Demeter's ahead in the count. His average jumps to 333. Virgil goes through the signs. Mossy rocks and fires. Demeter swings, punches that ball to left field, and Maxwell makes a diving catch coming in on the ball for out number 2, robbing Don Demeter of a single. Hello, Broke Black Man 94, moderator extraordinaire in the chat room house. How are you? How's mom and dad and the family, my friend? Are we looking forward to Game of Thrones tonight? Broke Black Man 94. Check out his channel. Absolutely wonderful. Movie and TV reviews. Big Game of Thrones fan. And there's other channels that when you go to his channel you'll see, such as like Phil the Issues guy. Check out that channel too. And he says, all is good, Al. We'd like to hear that. We'd like to hear that. So 2 outs, no one on. Pumpsy Green steps to the plate. Batting .274. 3 home runs, 31 RBIs. Batting .293 off left-handed pitching. Mossy gets the sign from Virgil. Here's the pitch to Green. He likes to hit early in the count. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch gets him. Inning over. We go to the top of the 3rd. Still no score. The Red Sox looking to sweep the doubleheader here. Broke Black Man 94 says, I saw the leak, but I can't talk. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. So I decided I couldn't find it last night when I couldn't sleep. I'll wait till tonight. I think it's good, though, right? I read the script, so I kind of know what happens, too. I found the leaked script. I read it. Or portions of it, not the whole thing. So Eddie Yost steps to the plate. Detroit third baseman. He walked his first time up. The windup and the pitch by Earl Wilson. That ball's popped up. Calling for it is Sadowski. Now Malzone calls him up. Now Sadowski grabs it. Oh, they almost ran into each other. As they give each other a look and a smile. So that's 1 out on almost a Three Stooges moment by Malzone and Sadowski. So with 1 out, the very dangerous power-hitting first baseman, left-handed batting Norm Cash comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Red Sox infield will shift right. Sadowski sets the target. Here's the pitch to Cash. 1 out, no one on. That's a grounder up the middle. Pumpsy Green dives, gets up, fires the first, but not in time. Cash gets an infield hit. Just beating it out. Let's go to the chat. Iron Gamer, talking about the Cubs game. He says it was 3-3 going to the 10th, but the Cubs bring in Uehara, who blows it. They bring in Justin Wilson, who blows it. Then in the bottom of the 10th, Ozuna, the Jays closer, has 2 strikeouts. And both runners reach. Then Hayward gets a hit. Alvis singles to win the game. That is kind of wild. That is kind of wild, Iron Gamer. Alright, so 1 out. Cash is at first, being held on by Vic Wertz. 2 out of 10 base runner. And here comes Charlie Maxwell, another power-hitting left-handed batter. Red Sox infield once again shifts right. Looking to turn 2 here. 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch to Maxwell. That is a shot. Pumpsy Green makes the diving catch. Unbelievable. What range shown there by Pumpsy Green. as he came bolting out of the shift. 2 quick steps and a dive, and he catches that line drive, robbing Maxwell of a hit. So there's 2 outs. Norm Cash still at first, and here comes Frank Boyling, the Tigers' second baseman. Boyling 0 for 1 today. Right-handed pull hitter. The Red Sox infield shifts left. Crowd is abuzz by that Pumpsy Green play. Wilson gets the sign from Sadowski. 2 outs, 1 on. Here's the pitch to Bolin. That's popped up. Vic Wirtz is calling for it. And he makes the catch, inning over. We go to the bottom of the third, still no score. Due up for the Red Sox, Stevenson, Sadowski, and Wilson. So Gene Stevens getting a rare start, as Ted Williams is available for pinch hitting duties, but he started Game 1. Williams guaranteed a Game 1 victory, and what a game it was. Red Sox won in the 10th, walk-off home run by Billy Williams after blowing a huge lead. Stevenson batting .167, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Left-handed batter. Lefty-lefty matchup here for Don Mossy. Mossy's ready. Here's the pitch to Stevens, excuse me. That ball is ripped to the gap! But quickly cut off by K-Line, and they hold Stevens to a single. I thought that was going to be 2. Good piece there on that fastball. Could have been a slider that just stayed straight. Whatever it was, Gene Stevens mashed it into left center. So Stevens on, and he is probably one of the few Red Sox who has some speed on this team. He is a threat to steal. Norm Cash to hold him on. Ed Sadowski steps to the plate, the light-hitting catcher. Very good defensively, not much with the bat. And sacrifice bunt, 2 out of 10, so we can't even do that. Odds are they're throw out Stevens. Virgil has a 6 arm, 6 speed. Now we're going to play some hit and run here. Let's roll the dice. Here's the windup and the pitch by Mossy. Hit and run on. That ball's grounded to Fernandez, whose only play is to first. So that goes 6-3. Fernandez to Cash, 1 out, but Sadowski does his job. Stevenson is in scoring. Stevens, excuse me, is in scoring position with 1 out, and the pitcher, Earl Wilson, steps to the plate. Batting .171. He does have a home run and 6 runs batted in. Earl Wilson. Mossy toes the rubber. Peers in at Ozzie Virgil. Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch to Wilson. Stevens on second. And that ball is up the middle. It gets down, and Stevenson... And it says, do you want to signal Gene Stevens to round third base and try to score? The ball is shallow. Stevens is an average runner. And Al K-Line has a normal arm. On deck is Pete Reynolds. We shall hold Stevens. So Earl Wilson singles up the middle. Outstanding by the Duke of Earl. So runners on the corners. 1 out. Red Sox looking to jump out on top here. Bottom of the third, Pete Reynolds. He has a 29-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 1 today. Left-handed batter steps in the batter's box. Ozzie Virgil goes through the signs. Mossy nods his head. Here's the pitch. Reynolds swings. That ball goes out in the shallow center field. K-Line comes on, makes the catch, bluffing at third, but not tagging his Stevens. Oh, wow, that hurts. So Pete Reynolds now 0 for 2. Again, he has a 29-game hitting streak. He'll have to wait till his next at-bat to try to extend it. So with 2 outs, runners on the corners, we have Mike McAllister in the chat. He says, hello, baseball fans. Hello, back to you, Mike McAllister. How are you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Billy Williams steps to the plate. Williams 0 for 1 today. Lefty-lefty matchup. Williams bats .333 off left-handed pitching, but he's 0 for 1 off Mossy. First time he's faced Mossy is in this game. Stevens at third, Wilson at first. Ozzie Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch to Billy Williams. Williams rips that ball down the right field line. 1 run scores. Wilson's on his way to third. And they show... Oh, Do you want Earl Wilson to round third base and try to score? The ball is very deep. Wilson's an awful runner. Neil Christie has a below average arm. We're sending him. And he scores! 2-0 Red Sox on the Billy Williams double. Billy Williams comes through in the clutch, and now Frank Malzone steps to the plate. Malzone 0 for 1. He has 77 RBIs on the year. As Mike McAllister says, "Go Tigers!" Malzone is hitting 300 off Mossy. He'll take. Here's the pitch. Oh, wow. Slider catches the outside corner. Malzone did not like that call. No balls, 1 strike. Malzone, though, his average actually jumps up when he's behind in the count. 303. Mossy batting average against 240. Malzone with runners in scoring position. 354. Mossy rocks and fires. Malzone swings. That ball goes up the middle. Billy Williams goes to third. The ball is very shallow. Williams is a slow runner now. Kaline has a normal arm. On deck is Vic Wertz. They shall hold Billy Williams. So station to station go the slow, plotty Red Sox. And Vic Wertz, a power-hitting first baseman, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. With runners in scoring position, 324. My offense for the 1960 Red Sox is not the problem. I rank top 2 in home runs, top 3 in runs scored. It's my god-awful pitching. So, come on, Vic, send one out of Fenway. He digs in. He awaits the Don Mossy offering, and here it is. Wertz swings, grounds it to Fernandez, who goes to cash. Inning over. But the Red Sox score 2 on the Billy Williams double. We go to the top of the 4th. Boston 2, Detroit nothing. Due up for the Tigers, Fernandez, Chrisley, and Virgil. Chico H. Fernandez 0 for 1 today. Right-handed spray hitter. Wilson pitching on short rest, so he's probably only good for 100 pitches. Normally probably 115, 120. Sadowski sets the target. Here's the pitch to Fernandez. Grounder to Vic Wertz. He dives, gets up, and runs to the bag. Out number 1. Vic Wertz, his uniform is going to have to get washed today, folks. It's very, very, very dirty. Fans cheer that play. Vic Wertz has been flashing the leather there over at the first base bag. Not known for his defense, 2 out of 10, as you can see. And that brings up Neil Chrisley, Tigers right fielder. He's 1 for 1 today. Batting average up to 282. Left-handed batter. Spray hitter. Wilson gets the sign from Sadowski. Here's the pitch to Chrisley. Chrisley swings, and that gets past the dive of Pumpsy Green into left field. A 1-out single. Tying run comes to plate. Ozzie Virgil, the Tiger catcher, he's 0 for 1. He only has 1 home run on this retro replay season. Right-handed hitter. Red Sox move into double play depth. Want to get 2 for 1 and out of the inning. Green and Reynolds pinch the middle. Wilson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Virgil. That ball is sent out in the shallow left field. Coming on is Demeter, and he catches the ball, and retreating back to first is Chrisley. Demeter had a little adventure there at first as he comes stumbling in, but he makes the catch. And we have Stratomatic Delaware in the house. Hello, Chris. How you doing, buddy? Remember to check out Stratomatic Delaware's channel. He was playing the 1976 New England Patriots game. How did that turn out? Don't tell me. Did you put it on the channel? Don't tell me if you put it on the channel. If you didn't put it on the channel, then tell me. 76 Patriots had an unbelievable team. They got screwed on a call against the Oakland Raiders in the playoffs, roughing the passer on Sugar Bear Hamilton. What a BS call. Look it up. Awful call. And also remember to check out Broke Black Man 94, Moderator Extraordinaire in the house. Check out his channel. Excellent movie and TV reviews. Absolutely wonderful human being. I wouldn't say that if I didn't think it. So check out Broke Black Man 94. Thank you very much. I had like 4 cups of coffee today. I'm wired. I'm going for number 5 soon. So Chris Lee's at first. There's 2 outs. Don Mossy, the pitcher, steps to the plate. Wilson wants to end this here and now. He sets and delivers to Mossy. Ground ball to Pumpsy Green. He charges it, throws the first inning over. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Boston 2, Detroit nothing. 2 up for the Red Sox. Demeter, Green, and Stevens. Why do I have trouble saying that name? Stevens. Just say it out. Stevens. Not Stevenson. Stevens. But I always want to say Stevenson. Alright, there's me babbling. And Don Demeter steps to the plate. 0 for 1. Steps into the batter's box. Batting .328 off left-handed pitching. Mossy gets the sign from Virgil. He sets and delivers. Demeter swings, punches the ball towards left field. Maxwell coming on, and he makes the running catch for out number 1. Stratomatic Delaware says the second half is calling. Just checking in. See you around. Thank you very much for stopping by, Chris. So are you going to be posting that on your channel? If you're still there, do tell. So 1 out. No one on. Pumpsy Green steps to the plate. Red Sox shortstop 0 for 1 today. Made an unbelievable diving catch to rob Maxwell of a hit earlier in the game. Pumpsy Green loves to hit early in the count. .353 batting average. Mossy gives up a .296 batting average early in the count. Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch to Green. Green swings, punches it to the right side, and that's going to go bowling to Cash, out number 2. So with 2 outs, Gene Stevens steps to the plate, left-handed batter. He's 1 for 1. He singled to left center, which Al Kaline quickly cut that ball off. I thought Stevens was going to have a double. So he digs in the left-hander's batter's box, looking to extend this inning. Lefty-lefty matchup. Mossy peers in at Virgil. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Stevens. That ball goes out to left center field. Maxwell goes over, gets under it, makes the catch, inning over. Go to the top of the 5th, 2-0 Boston. Due up for the Tigers, top of the order. Al Kaline, Eddie Yost, and Norm Cash. Kaline steps into the right-hander's batter's box. He's 1 for 2 today. Wilson toes the rubber. Peers in at Sadowski. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Al Kaline. Kaline bunts! That's going to be a good one! Oh, wow! A bunt hit for Al Kaline. He read the defense. They're playing back normal, and Kaline drops a beauty into no man's land between the pitcher, first baseman, and second baseman. Outstanding by Al Kaline. He's on first, a threat to steal. Very good speed, 9 out of 10. Stealing ability. I'm sorry, speed, 6 out of 10. Stealing ability, 9 out of 10. Vic works to hold him on. Tying run comes to plate, and Eddie Yost. Tiger third baseman. He has 7 home runs on the year. Power 5 out of 10. But he has an excellent eye, 10 out of 10. Red Sox move their infield into double play depth. Wilson's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Yost. And he strikes him out on the off-speed pitch. Swing and a miss. So there's 1 out. Kaline at first, and now the very dangerous Norm Cash steps to the plate. Excellent power hitter. Extreme left-handed pull hitter. The Red Sox infield shifts right. And in fact, we're going to shift our outfield right. I don't normally do this, but we will shift our outfield right. And hopefully it doesn't go the other way with it. Cash represents a tying run at the plate. Wilson rocks and fires. And Cash doesn't go for that inside fastball on the 3-2 count. He walks. So first and second, 1 out. Charlie Maxwell steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Another pull hitter, left-handed batter. Red Sox shift right. Outfield straightaway and normal, though, on this one. They want to turn 2 and get out of this inning. Red Sox lead 2-0, top of the 5th. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Maxwell. Oh, wow, and he walks on the 3-2 count. So, back-to-back walks. Sadowski will visit the mound and have a word with Earl Wilson. Bases loaded, no outs, no place to put Frank Boylan. He's 0 for 2. Wilson's now up to 82 pitches. Red Sox get their bullpen up. Again, he's pitching on short rest, 77% stamina, which has probably gone down now. Oh boy. My bullpen is not very good. We're going to get Galen Cisco up, the righty, and Chet Nichols Jr., the lefty. Wilson's health stamina status still says okay, though. Big moment in the game here. Red Sox trying to maintain this 2-0 lead. Tigers trying to break out. Here's the pitch to Boylan. And that ball goes deep. Going back is Demeter. He settles under it. He makes the catch. He fires towards the plate, tagging up and scoring as that ball's just rolling to the catcher. Is K-Line. It's now 2-1. Runners are now on the corner as Demeter threw a moonshot to the plate. So with 2 outs, Norm Cash represents the tying run at third. Go-ahead run at first and Charlie Maxwell. Stepping to the plate, Chico Fernandez. Fernandez is 0 for 2. Right-handed spray hitter. Warming up in the pen for the Red Sox, Cisco and Nichols. Sadowski sets the target. Wilson rocks and fires. That ball goes up the middle, and it's through. We have a tie ball game, and going first to third is Maxwell. So a 2-out RBI single by Chico Fernandez produces the tying run. It's 2-2 now, 2 outs, runners on the corners, and Neil Christie for the Tigers. Their right fielder steps to the plate, and guess what? He's 2 for 2. And Cisco is ready. Sadowski will visit the mound. Wilson says, I'm still going strong. All right, we'll give you one more batter. Hopefully you pitch out of it. Now Nichols is ready. So lefty and righty are ready. Let's see what Chrisley bats against lefties. 250 off lefties. And 295 off righties. But it's not like Nichols is an outstanding lefty. It's another one of these players I brought up for the minors because my pitching staff is dreadful. I think I'm going to stick with Wilson. I think. Let's see. Oh, wow, he's 2 for 3 off Wilson, 667. Runners in scoring position, 333. Wilson's up to 94 pitches. That's it. We're going to go with Chrisley. We're going to go lefty-lefty matchup here and hope the youngster can get this third and final out. And we're going to... Actually, I got a double switch. Oh, boy. Nah, we're going to do it. We're going to go lefty. I got to... if I take Stevens out in the double switch, I got to put Guile. I want to give Ted Williams pretty much the day off. He played game 1. Alright, so here comes Chet Nichols. I got to decide where to put him. Lefty, righty, lefty. And they got those other lefties. So Gene Stevens will come out of the game on the double switch. He's not really happy about that because he never gets to play. Nichols goes into the 7th slot. He's the pitcher. Going out to left field now. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in Carl Yastrzemski to play right. Even though he's cold. So Yastrzemski will come in and play right. Billy Williams will move over to play left. And Don Demeter will play center. Big moment in the game here, so Chet Nichols Jr. lefty comes out to the mound, finishes his warm-up tosses. He's 2 wins, 3 losses. He has 1 save. He has walked 24, struck out 11, earned run average 4.46. Alrighty. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Neil Chrisley at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the windup and the pitch by Nichols. And he walks him. Oh, boy. Come on, Chet. So bases are now loaded with 2 outs. And Ozzie Virgil comes to the plate. And Virgil's batting .500 off Nichols, 1 for 2. But only .237 off left-handed pitching. .333 with bases loaded. We're going to sit Cisco down for now. Yes. Don't want to tire him out. I play with the warm-up rule. All right, Chet. Let's see what you can do with bases loaded. 2 outs. Virgil at the plate. Sadowski goes out to have a word with the young pitcher. Now back behind the mound. He sets the target. The windup and the pitch to Virgil. That's a hard ground ball. Pumpsy Green dives. A throw to first. Oh, not in time. Infield hit for Virgil. The Tigers take a 3-2 lead. Pumpsy Green made an outstanding play into the hole. He dives, gets up, fires to first, but Virgil was able just to leg it out by the hair of his chinny chin. That brings up the pitcher, Don Mossy, with the bases loaded. Nichols is ready. Here's the pitch to Mossy. Better get him out. That ball is sent out to right field. Yastrzemski camps under it. Please catch it. And he makes the catch. Inning over. But the Tigers score 3 in the top of the 5th and take the lead 3-2 over the Red Sox. In the bottom of the 5th, due up for Boston, Sadowski. Why is that not updated? That should be updated. Wilson's not batting. Oh my God. I have Earl Wilson in right field. Nice catch by the other pitcher. That's awesome. How did I do that? Let's go to substitutions. We didn't want that. Holy moly, we have Earl. Okay, Earl Wilson makes the catch out in right field. That's outstanding. Good for Earl. That's not what we wanted. Let's make sure we got Demeter. Okay. That's good to know, though, that Earl Wilson can play right field. So we learned something today. So here comes Carl Yastrzemski to hit for Earl Wilson. As managing the 60 Red Sox has driven me to drink. I don't know how I did that. Here's Yaz. Come here, Yaz. And he will play right field. That's pretty funny. Wow, that would have been a disaster. He could have dropped the ball. All right. So Ed Sadowski to lead off for the Red Sox. Then Yastrzemski, and the top of the order, Reynolds. Sadowski is 0 for 1 today. Mossy gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Sadowski. He's going to take. Inside strike on the curveball. And Sadowski just glares back at the umpire with that look of, I want those calls too. So no balls, 1 strike. Virgil goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Sadowski. He rips the ball to Fernandez, who throws to Cash, out number 1. So with 1 out, Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. Yaz getting his first at-bat of this game. He does not hit left-handers well at all, .065, but I'm hoping he breaks out. As Mike McAllister in the chat says, Go Tigers, go! Yastrzemski will take. Here's the pitch by Mossy. Fastball inside. Yastrzemski ahead in the count. His average jumps to 364. Batting average against Mossy, 341 when he's behind the count. Advantage, Yaz. Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch. Yastrzemski swings and past the dive of Norm Cash for a single into right field. Yaz is the tying run at first. 5 out of 10 speed, 8 out of 10 stealing ability, and the dangerous Pete Reynolds comes to the plate. He has a 29-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 2 today, looking to extend that. A lefty-lefty matchup. Reynolds hits 346 off left-handed pitching, and he's 3 for 10 off Mossy. We're going to play some hit and run here. Mossy nods his head. Here's the pitch to Reynolds. Hit and run. That ball's punched to Fernandez, who fires to Cash for out number 2. Yastrzemski is in scoring position now with 2 outs at second. And Billy Williams, he knocked in the 2 runs in the bottom of the third with a double. Has another RBI opportunity here. He's 1 for 2. He would love to go yard and give the Red Sox the lead. Ozzie Virgil Sr. sets the target, the windup, and the pitch to Billy Williams. Williams swings, sends that ball out into center field. K-Line moves over and gets it for out number 3. The Red Sox threaten but do not score. We go to the top of the 6th, 3-2 Detroit. Due up for the Tigers, top of the order, Al K-Line, Eddie Yost, and Norm Cash. K-Line 2 for 3 today. Steps into the batter's box to face Chet Nichols, the lefty. Sadowski sets the target. Here's the pitch by Nichols. That ball's punched to right field. Yastrzemski comes on, and he can't get there. Drops in front of him. That's K-Line's 3rd hit. It'll now go 3 for 4. Definitely a threat to steal. Vic Wirtz is holding him on, and Eddie Yost steps to the plate. Yost is 0 for 2. Right-handed batter. Red Sox move into double play depth. Nichols toes the rubber. Throws over to first. K-Line is back. Nichols once again toes the rubber. Peers in at Sadowski. Here's the pitch to Yost. That ball goes up the middle and gets down in front of Demeter. So the first 2 Tigers single. They're on base. First and second, no outs. And the very dangerous Norm Cash steps to the plate. Red Sox get Galen Cisco back up in the pen. So Cash is 1 for 2, and with runners in scoring position, he's only 241 batting average. He's an extreme left-handed pull hitter. Red Sox infield, outfield will shift right. And the outfield will also shift right. Cash only bats .210 off left-handed pitching. Hopefully that trend continues. The windup and the pitch by Chet Nichols. And he walks him on the 3-2 count. Bases are now loaded as the Malox moments continue for the Boston Red Sox bullpen. Brings up Charlie Maxwell, and this most likely will be Chet Nichols' last batter. Maxwell, another left-handed batter, pull hitter. And with this now, bases loaded, no outs, 3-2. Top of the 6th, the Red Sox will pull their infield in. Infield in. Cut the run at the plate. They need to cut that run down. The windup and the pitch to Maxwell. That ball goes out to left field. Billy Williams makes the catch. Fires back in quickly, and holding at third is Al K-Line. Wow, he did not go Very good range shown there by Billy Williams. He catches the ball and quickly releases the ball back towards the plate. Malzone cut it off. So now with one out, the bases are loaded, and Frank Boylan, the Tigers' second baseman, steps to the plate. Right-handed pull hitter. The Red Sox will shift left. Do I want to play shift left infield? Though. We're just going to play shift left. Cash has good speed. Yost has good speed. Stealing ability. So they get good jumps. They actually don't have good speed. Can we get a double play ball on bowling? We're just going to play shift left. We will not bring the infield. We got to bring the infield in, though. Can't take the chance. Shift left, infield in. And Cisco is ready. So they have Boylan and Fernandez. Boylan bats. He only bats .234 off left-handers, though. Bases loaded, .273 batting average. All right, we're going to give Nichols one more batter. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Boylan. Grounded. What is that? Is that a pop-up? It is a pop-up. Sadowski makes the catch for out number 2. So Nichols comes through in the clutch. And now Chico Fernandez comes to the plate. And we're going to sit Cisco down. As I have lost my second screen and cannot see the chat. I love when this happens. So bear with me a moment as I try to bring it back up and play the game at the same time. So bases are loaded. 2 outs. Nichols looking to pitch out this jam. Chico Fernandez at the plate. Wow, he's batting .429 with bases loaded. 3 for 7 with 7 RBIs. So he likes to hit with those bases loaded. Sadowski goes out to have a word with Nichols, with Frank Malzone and Vic Wertz. Meeting adjourned. Players go back to their respective positions. As the second screen is not cooperating, so we're going to shut that down and turn it back on. Alrighty, big moment in this ball game. Tigers looking to break this open. 2 outs, bases loaded. Check Nichols has different ideas. So do the Red Sox. Sadowski sets the target. Here's the pitch by Nichols. That ball is popped up in the shallow outfield. Going back on it is Reynolds. The second baseman makes the catch. Inning over. The Tigers do not score. So Nichols pitched himself into the jam, then pitched himself out of the jam. Outstanding effort there by the young left-handed pitcher. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Tigers due up for the Red Sox. Malzone, Wertz, and Demeter. If anyone gets on, Pumpsy Green. So here comes Frank Malzone to the plate as we continue to work on the second screen. Malzone 1 for 2 today. He has 13 home runs on the year. He'd like to get number 14 here and tie it up. He digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Mossy has thrown 65 pitches. He nods his head. Here's the pitch to Malzone. He'll be taking. That's ball 1. Curveball away. Malzone ahead in the count. .389 batting average. Advantage Malzone. Ozzie Virgil goes through the signs. Sets the target. Here's the pitch to Frank Malzone. Malzone sends that ball into right center field. It gets down for a base hit. Tying run at first. Good job by Frank Malzone with the leadoff single. As we inch ever closer to getting the second screen back up. Now stepping to the plate, the power-hitting first baseman Vic Wertz. He is 0 for 2 today. Wertz has 10 home runs on the season to go with his 46 runs batted in and his .300 batting average. second screen is now back up. Alrighty, here we go. So Vic Wertz will take. Here's the pitch by Mossy. That's a strike. Fastball inside corner. No balls, one strike. Behind the count, Vic Wertz bats .293. He's looking for a pitch he can drive out of Fenway. Malzone's at first, represents the tying run. Wertz represents the go-ahead run. Mossy rocks and fires. Wertz rips that ball past the dive of Norm Cash into right field. Malzone is very slow, and he shall hold at second. So back to... No! What did I do? I hit the yes! And he's safe! Through the grace of God, Frank Malzone makes it to third base. All right. So sometimes even mistakes work out. All right, Broke Black Man 94. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. Enjoy tonight. Look forward to your review, on Game of Thrones. But you're going to probably have that up Monday morning or Monday afternoon. Remember to check out Broke Black Man 94. Excellent channel for movie and TV reviews. And if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you got to go there. You got to go to Phil the Issues Guy. And you got to go to Johnny Giantsbane. Best channels out there, my friends. So Don Demeter steps to the plate. Runners on the corners. No outs. Malzone represents a tying run at third. Wertz the go-ahead run at first. Demeter's batting .316 with runners in scoring positions, but in innings 4 through 6, not a clutch hitter, 185. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch by Mossy. Slider in there. No balls, one strike. He'll take again. Another pitch in there. 0-2 count. Now he's ready to grip and rip. No outs. Runners on the corners. Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch to Demeter. And he's... Oh! Line out to Mossy. And quickly getting back to third and first are Malzone and Wertz, respectively. He just robbed Don Demeter of a hit. What cat-like agility Mossy showed. Unbelievable. Pumpsy Green comes to the plate with one out. Green with runners in scoring position, .328 average. Green loves a hit early in the count. Mossy peers in at Virgil, nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Green. Green sends that ball down to third base, so that goes 5-3 for out number 2, as that goes Yost to Cash. Advancing to second is Vic Wertz. Holding at third was Frank Malzone, and now there's 2 outs, and here's the pitcher, Chet Nichols, and he's not going to hit. As we're going to get Galen Cisco back up in the pen. He'll be coming in. And we need a pinch hitter. And I think we're going to go to Jimmy Pags. You know what? We'll go to Ted Williams. Big moment here. We're going to bring Teddy Ballgame in. They'll probably walk Williams, but then that will go Sadowski. And we'll pitch. You know what? We're going to go Jimmy Pags. They'll walk Pags. Bases will be loaded. And then we'll use Williams as a pinch hitter. Would they do that? Should I go to Ted Williams now? I think if I go Ted Williams now, they're going to walk him. And then we waste his at-bat. Maybe they won't walk him with 2 outs. Maybe they won't load the bases. We're going to go Ted Williams. Ted Williams will come off the bench. He grabs a bat. He's on the on-deck circle. Here comes Teddy Ballgame to pinch hit. Cisco warming up in the pen. Williams with an opportunity to tie this game up or put the Red Sox ahead. First base is open. It's going to be interesting lefty-lefty matchup here. Williams digs in. Ozzie Virgil Sr. goes out to have a quick word with Mossy. Now goes back behind the plate, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Ted Williams. Williams singles up the middle. 1-run scores. We have a tie ball game. It says, do you want to single Vic Wertz to round third and try to score? The ball is very shallow. Wertz is as slow as mud, and Al Kaline has a normal arm. On deck is Sadowski. We shall hold Vic Wertz. So Ted Williams comes off the bench. Pitch hit single to tie this ball game up at 3. He's at first base. And we're going to keep him there at first. And now to pinch hit for Ed Sadowski. I think we're going to go to Jimmy Pags. So Jim Pagliarone will come in to pinch hit for Sadowski and stay in to catch. And Busby, how fast is he? 3 out of 10 speed, stealing 6 out of 10, so he gets a decent jump. Alright, so Williams is at first. He ties the game up with an RBI pinch hit single. That's his 51st RBI of the year. Vic Wertz represents a go-ahead run at the plate. Jimmy Pagliarone steps to the plate. Jimmy Pags batting .227, 7 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Loves to hit that first pitch. He has a .467 batting average. And with runners in scoring position, .283. He's only batting .231 though off left-handed pitching. Don Mossy still on the mound for the Tigers. He's up to 82 pitches. Peers in at Virgil, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Jimmy Pags. Pags grounds it hard to the second baseman Boiling, who goes to cash. Inning over. But Ted Williams ties the ball game up with an RBI pinch hit single. We go to the top of the 7th. It is 3-3. Another good game between the Tigers and Red Sox. Game 2 of this doubleheader. We have an incomplete lineup, so Jimmy Pags will stay in to catch. Williams is done. Galen Cisco will go into the 7th spot. And pitch. So due up in the top of the 7th for the Tigers, Segrist, Ozzie Virgil Sr., and the pitcher, Don Mossy. Probably a pinch hitter is going to come up for him. So Segrist has come in. He's the pinch hitter on the season. 105 batting average, 1 home run, and 2 runs batted in. Galen Cisco out of the bullpen finishes his warm-up tosses. His new battery mate is Jimmy Pagliarone. Cisco, 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 save. Earned run average, not really good, 6.47. He has struck out 8, walks 23. His pitches are 3 out of 10, so that's below average, obviously. Movement's good, 7 out of 10, and controls 5 out of 10. Pagliarone sets the target. Here's the pitch by Cisco. 3-3 ball game, top of the 7th. That ball is past the dive of Pumpsy Green, and Segrist has a leadoff single. So the go-ahead run is at first base for the Tigers. Carl Segrist would not be called a speedy base runner. 1 out of 10 for speed and stealing. Ozzie Virgil comes to the plate. Virgil is 1 for 3. He has an RBI today. Red Sox move into double play depth. Want to get 2 for 1. Cisco looks in at Pagliarone. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Virgil. Virgil grounds that ball to Malzone. Over to Reynolds. On to first. Not in time. They get the force out at second, but they can't turn 2. So there's 1 out. Virgil is now at first, and the pitcher, Don Mossy, steps to the plate. Left-handed spray hitter the pitcher is. Again, he's batting .225, and he's 0 for 2 today. Red Sox once again moving double play depth. The windup and the pitch by Cisco. That ball is bunted down to Wirtz, who throws to Reynolds, covering the bag on the wheel play, and they get Mossy. That's, if you're scoring at home, that goes 3 to 4. So there's 2 outs. Go-ahead run at second in Ozzie Virgil. And Al Kaline comes to the plate. On deck, Eddie Yost. Kaline 3 for 4 today. His batting average now up to .253. With runners in scoring position, though, Kaline has not been successful this year. Only .178 batting average. Cisco peers in at Jimmy Pagliarone. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Kaline. That's a grounder to Malzone. He dives, comes up firing, inning over. What a play by Frank Malzone, robbing Al Kaline of a base hit and RBI. We go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 3 as they play Take Me Out to the ball game. Due up for the Red Sox, Yastrzemski, Reynolds, and Billy Williams. If anyone gets on, the man with the golden glove at third base, Frank Malzone. As Take Me Out to the ball game is being played, the throng of 5,118 fans are singing along. Oh, ball game! Do-do-do-do-do! And on to the bottom of the 7th we go. Carl Yastrzemski steps into the left-hander's batter's box. Yaz 1 for 1 today. Mossy's ready. Yaz will be taking. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Fastball missed. Yastrzemski ahead in the count. .378 batting average. Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch to Yaz. That ball is grounded to Norm Cash. He takes it to the bag himself at first. 1 up, 1 down. And here comes Pete Reynolds. Reynolds 0 for 3. He has a 29-game hitting streak. Wants to extend that. As Iron Gamer in the chat says, who doesn't like extra innings in baseball games? I don't know. I like extra innings in baseball games. It makes it very intense. So Reynolds once again looking to extend his hitting streak against the left-handed throwing Don Mossy. The windup and the pitch to Reynolds. He's swinging away. That ball is ripped past the dive of Norm Cash into right field. And Reynolds now has hit 30 straight games in a row. Unbelievable by Pete Reynolds. He represents the go-ahead run at first. And Billy Williams comes to the plate. Iron Gamer in the chat says, but in games like Strat, they take a long time. Are you talking about the tabletop? The card and dice? You just have to enjoy it when you're playing it, not worry about the time. Because if you're not enjoying it, don't do it. That's the way I think. So Billy Williams steps to the plate. Reynolds at first, 3-3 ball game, 1 out. Williams is 1 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. He doubled back in the 3rd inning, knocking in 2 Red Sox runs. Williams likes to hit early in the count. Virgil goes through the signs. Mossy nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Williams. Williams sends that ball to left center field. Maxwell on the run, and he makes the catch at the... No, it bounces off the wall! Maxwell did not make the catch, and Billy Williams has his second double of the ball game. As you can hear, the fans here at Fenway cheer wildly as Pete Reynolds goes to third base. Maxwell crashed into the wall. I don't know if he ever really had the ball in his glove, but it bounced away from him, and Billy Williams has his second double. Go-ahead run at third, and Pete Reynolds. Insurance run at second, and Billy Williams, and the dangerous Frank Malzone steps to the plate. If he hits a home run, he'll go up to 80 RBIs on the season. And you remember, Frank Malzone loves to hit with runners in scoring position. 360 batting average. He's 5 for 12 off Mossy. It's a 417 batting average. And 296 off left-handed pitching. Malzone digs in. He awaits the Don Mossy offering. The windup and the pitch to Malzone. He's swinging away. Malzone rips that ball to left field down in the corner. 1 run scores. Here comes a second run. Malzone digging hard for second. And that is a double. Frank Malzone has just given the Boston Red Sox a 5-3 lead. He now has 79 RBIs on the season. So Frank Malzone once again comes through in the clutch. Here in the bottom of the 7th. And Vic Wirtz steps to the plate. Red Sox want to tack on as many runs as possible. Looking to sweep this second game of the doubleheader. Vic Wirtz with runners in scoring position, 320. He's 3 for 8 off Mossy. That's a 375 batting average. Mossy up to 93 pitches. Wirtz more of a patient hitter. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch to Vic Wirtz. That's ball 1. Now this is where Wirtz excels. 415 batting average when ahead in the count. Mossy looks in at Virgil. Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch to Wirtz. 1 out, 1 on. Wirtz sends that ball out to center field, and not being able to get to it is Kaline. That's another double, back-to-back doubles. Malzone scores from second. It's now 6-3 Red Sox. As the Red Sox desperately inching closer to that 500 mark. They win this game, they're only 8 behind 500. No, yeah, 8. So Don Demeter steps to the plate with 1 out. Vic Wirtz at second. And Demeter's 0 for 3 today. He digs in. Demeter has 11 home runs on the year. Still the Tigers keep Mossy out there. He toes the rubber. The windup and the pitch to Demeter. He's ready to grip and rip. And they walk him. So an intentional walk. And here comes Pumpsy Green. So they're setting up the double play here. But Pumpsy Green, .323 with runners in scoring position. He's 0 for 7 though off Mossy. So that's why. They want to face Pumpsy Green, who does not have a hit yet this year off Mossy. Likes to hit early in the count. But, you know, things can change. It is baseball. Wirtz at second. Demeter at first. 1 out. 6-3 Red Sox. Here's the pitch to Green. He's swinging away. That's a grounder to third. So that goes 5-3. Out number 2. That goes Yost to Cash. Advancing to second and third are Don Demeter at second. Vic Wirtz at third. And now the pitcher, Galen Cisco, comes to the plate. And seeing that our bullpen is decimated and tired, Cisco will have to hit. I don't think I have anyone else who can pitch. Well, I mean, I do in emergency situations. Bill Mambo Kep, but he's a starter. Wilbur Wood's a starter. Plus, he's a knuckleballer, and he's either really, really good or really, really bad. We're up 3 runs. Cisco's going to swing away. You know, he's 2 for 8. 250 batting average. He's got 2 ducks out on the pond for him to help his own cause. He's the pitcher of record. Can pick up a win here. The windup and the pitch by Mossy. Cisco nubs it back to Mossy, who goes to Cash, inning over, but the Red Sox score 3 on back-to-back doubles by Malzone and Wirtz. We go to the top of the 8th. Boston 6, Detroit 3. Due up for the Tigers. Yost, Cash, Maxwell. If anyone gets on, Boylan. Back out on the mound for the Red Sox, Galen Cisco. Another barn burner here at Fenway. Cisco on the mound to face Eddie Yost. Right-handed batter. Yost 1 for 3. Here's the pitch by Cisco. And he strikes him out looking on the 3-2 count. Froze him with that fastball at the knees. So with 1 out, the dangerous Norm Cash steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Red Sox infield shifts right. Outfield will shift right. Cisco gets the sign from Jim Pagliarone. Here's the pitch to Cash. And he walked him on the 3-2 count. So Cash is on, and another left-handed power hitter. Charlie Maxwell steps to the plate. Outfield for the Red Sox will stay normal. Infield will shift right, hoping to turn 2 and end this inning. Top of the 8th, 6-3 Red Sox. Cisco rocks and fires. That ball's grounded to Reynolds. Over to Green. Oh, but they can't turn it. Maxwell beats out the double play ball. They get the force at second. So there's 2 outs now. And Frank Boylan steps to the plate. He's a right-handed pull hitter. So everyone conga left. They shift left in the infield now. Maxwell's at first. Only man on the right side is Vic Wirtz, who's holding Maxwell on. Bowling 0 for 3 with an RBI. Cisco nods his head. Pagliarone sets the target. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out looking. Another fastball. Knee high on the outside corner. Great job by Galen Cisco. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Red Sox 6. Tigers 3. Due up for Boston. Pagliarone, Yastrzemski, and Reynolds. Here comes Jim Pagliarone. 0 for 1. He came in to pinch hit and assumed the catching duties. Jimmy Pags likes to hit early in the count. Don Mossy still out on the mound. 103 pitches. Virgil sets the target. Here's the pitch to Jimmy Pags. Pags drowns it to third. So that goes Yost to Cash, out number 1. Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Lefty-lefty matchup. Mossy works quickly. Here's the pitch. Yaz takes. Ball 1. Much more favorable count for Yastrzemski. 370 batting average when he's ahead in the count. Virgil sets the target. The windup and the pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. That ball's punched out to right center field, and that's going to drop in for his second hit of the game. Off the bench, Yaz is now 2 for 3. And the top of the order, Pete Reynolds, who extended his hitting streak last inning with a single. He now has a 30-game hitting streak. Yaz being held on by Norm Cash. Mossy toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to Reynolds. And Reynolds is fooled badly on that curveball, and he strikes out in the 0-2 count looking. So with 2 outs, Billy Williams steps to the plate. 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, 2 doubles. Yastrzemski's at first, 2 outs. The windup and the pitch to Billy Williams. Lefty-lefty matchup. Williams sends that ball out to right center field on the run. And making the catch is McDaniel, inning over. We go to the top of the 9th. The Red Sox have a 3-run lead. Can they hold on, folks? Can they hold on? We shall see. Galen Cisco will face Fernandez, McDaniel, and Virgil. Chico Fernandez steps to the plate. He is 1 for 4 with an RBI. And we're going to make a couple of defensive changes here for the Red Sox in the infield. Going into play first will be Ron H. Jackson, very good defensive first baseman. Vic Wertz will come out of the game. He had a fine game. And going in to play short will be Walpole Joe Morgan. Pumpsy Green will come out. Pumpsy Green also had a good game. So Malzone 6, Morgan 6, Reynolds 7, and Jackson 8. We have shored up our defense. And actually in center, we're going to bring Busby in, who's a much better defensive center fielder than Don Demeter. Here comes Jim Busby for Don Demeter. So the only player left on the bench, I believe, is our third string catcher, Don Guile. So Busby's 9 out of 10 defensively, below average arm. Red Sox 3 outs away from sweeping this doubleheader. Cisco's ready. Here's the pitch to Chico Fernandez. And he walks him. Of course he does. So Fernandez is on. He'll be held on by Jackson. And Jim McDonald steps to the plate. McDonald's only batting .125, no home runs, 1 RBI. Red Sox moving to double play depth. Pagliarone sets the target. Here's the pitch by Cisco. And he walks him also. So Galen Cisco is pooping himself out on the mound now. And the tying run comes to the plate in Bobo Osborne. Last time I said Bobo Osborne, he hit a 2-run homer in Game 1 to give the Tigers the lead. He is a left-handed pull hitter. Red Sox infield will shift right. God. And we're going to go... Mike Fernellis will get up in the bullpen. He pitched in Game 1. So did Jerry Casale. He's getting up in the bullpen. Both Casale and Fernellis pitched in Game 1. Red Sox would desperately look to turn 2 here. Bobo Osborne at the plate. 6 out of 10 contact, 7 out of 10 power. The windup and the pitch by Cisco. 6-3 lead Red Sox. That ball's grounded to Reynolds. Over to Morgan. Back to Jackson. They get the double play ball. So that went 4-6-3. The Red Sox 1 out away from sweeping the doubleheader here. Hello, Ken Castro. How you doing, my friend? So Chico Fernandez at third. And here comes Steve Boros, another pinch hitter. Boros 245, 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in. Right-handed normal hitter. Red Sox 1 out away from a sweep of the doubleheader. Jimmy Pag sets the target. Cisco rocks and fires. Ground ball to Malzone. He dives, comes up, throw, and ball game over. Malzone to Jackson. The Red Sox win 6-3 and creep ever closer to that 500 mark. Outstanding effort by the Boston Red Sox. They sweep both games of the doubleheader. Let's go to the box score and call it a stream in a moment. As we go to OBS, we will add a window. And the box score will be up momentarily. Before we go to the box score, I'd like to say thank you to Ken Castro, Iron Gamer, Broke Black Man 94. Remember to check out his channel, Broke Black Man 94. Mike McAllister, Stratomatic Delaware. Thank you, Chris. Check out Stratomatic Delaware's channel. Another fine channel. Beatles Eternally. How did I miss Beatles? And that's it. Thank you very much for taking time out of your life to join me on my channel. Greatly appreciate that. Remember to check out Fill the Issues Guy tonight for the Game of Thrones recap and review around 10:30 if you're a Game of Thrones fan, as I am. Also check out Tabletop Baseball, Baseball Demos, ID Gesture, What's blazing in sports for boxing? Greg J or J Greg Gary. I mess that up all the time. That's under related channels on my page. I apologize. That's a really fun channel. He's a big Tigers fan. I gotta get that straight because I'm dyslexic at times and mess up the names. Johnny Giants Bane. Those are all fine and wonderful channels. So let's go to the recap here and the box score. The player of the game, Frank Malzone for the Red Sox, and I'll tell you why. Malzone 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and stellar defense at third. Earl Wilson on short rest pitched 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. They were earned. Walked 3, struck out 1. Chet Nichols came in, pitched an inning and a third, 3 hits, no runs, walked 2. Then Galen Cisco made it very interesting. He got the win. He's now 3 wins, 2 losses. He went 3 innings, 1 hit, walked 3, struck out 2, but somehow got the job done. Thank God. The Red Sox win. They improved their record to 45-53. They're in 8 games below 500. Detroit falls to 39-54. Pete Reynolds extends his hitting streak to 30 games now. 1 for 5 with a run scored. Billy Williams, 2 for 5 with a run scored, 2 RBIs. Frank Malzone, player of the game, we already told you about him. Vic Wertz, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Ron Jackson came in for defensive purposes. Don Demeter, 0 for 3 in center. Jim Busby came in to play center in the 9th. Pumpsy Green, 0 for 4, but he played solid, stellar defense up the middle. And Walpole Joe Morgan came in to replace Pumpsy Green in the 9th defensively and started off the big double play at short. Gene Stevens, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Chet Nichols pitched, did not get that bat. And then here's a huge at bat. Ted Williams came up with 2 outs, runners at first and third, and singled to tie the ball game. He was 1 for 1 with an RBI. Cisco came in to pitch, got the win. Sadowski 0 for 2. Pagliarone came in the double switch. He was 0 for 2. Earl Wilson was 1 for 1 with a run scored. And Carl Yastrzemski came off the bench and was 2 for 3. Red Sox in total, 37 at-bats, 6 runs, 13 hits, 6 RBIs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 19 runners left on base. Outstanding effort by the Boston Red Sox, who had lost 8 in a row. Ted Williams guaranteed a Game 1 victory, which they had in a tremendous fashion in extra innings. After having a big lead, blowing it, coming back in the 9th to tie it in Game 1, and then winning it on the Billy Williams walk-off home run. In this game, they had the lead. They blew it. They came back and they won. So they take both games of the doubleheader. Now for the losing Detroit Tigers. Al Kaline 3 for 5 with a run scored. Eddie Yost 1 for 4 with a walk and striking out twice. Norm Cash 1 for 2, a run scored, walked 3 times. Maxwell 0 for 4 with a run scored. He walked once. Boyling 0 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout. Fernandez 1 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. Chrisley 2 for 2 with a walk. Seagrass came in as a pinch hitter. He's 1 for 1. He assumed the McDaniels came in and played right. No at bat. Ozzie Virgil Sr. 1 for 4 with an RBI. Osborne, the pinch hitter, didn't go yard in Game 2. Thank God. He was 0 for 1. Mossy, the pitcher, 0 for 2. And Boros, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. In total, Detroit 34 at bats, 3 runs, 10 hits, 3 RBIs, 8 walks, struck out 3 times, left 41 runners on base. So they had mega opportunities, but somehow the Red Sox pitching muddled through it and got the win. The Red Sox defeat the Tigers 6-3, earning player of the game honors third baseman Frank Malzone, who went 3 for 4 with a double and 2 singles. He scored 2 runs and drove into the win, credited to Galen Cisco in relief. His record now improves to 3-2. Don Mossy took the loss. Red Sox currently 5th place in the American League, 45-53. Malzone had the game-changing double in the bottom of the 7th on a 1-1 curveball from Mossy. He banged a 2-run double to left, giving the Red Sox a 5-3 lead. It was a 32nd double of the year for Malzone. Frank Malzone told the Boston Herald, we were the better team today. Maybe that won't be the case next game, but we'll enjoy it for now. As Malzone states, we took both games of the doubleheader. So once again, the Red Sox 6, Tigers 3. Red Sox sweep the Tigers in the doubleheader and are only 8 games below 500 as our push continues for the 1960 Red Sox Ted Williams Swan Song season. 500 and beyond in 4th place. Those are our goals. We might make it, we might not. Thank you very much for joining me. Health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye, and God bless.